Hey future engineers, this is a brief tutorial about Tinkercad Circuits. So you need to type Tinkercad in your search bar, and the very first link which appears, click on that. So learning Tinkercad Circuits helps students or individuals to understand the basics of electronics in a hands-on visual way. It's a great tool to design, simulate, and test circuits without any physical components, making it easier to grasp key concepts. Well, so firstly, we need to sign up. All right. So I would just say that educators start here. So I just click on that. So continue to start making my educator account. You can click on that. Yes, I certify that I'm an educator. I agree. And probably you can actually sign up with your email or with Google or with your Apple ID, whatever it is. So I just go with my Google. So that loads and I choose and continue. Well, so I need not really have a, a password to actually do it. So this would work. And I say I'm from, where is I? So you can choose any country where you belong. And yes, I just put a random date, or you can put your birthday date. And I say I just put 2008. Okay, next. Continue. All right. So this is how it appears. All right. So I have my name on the left side. Okay. And you can design 3D kind of stuffs over here. And all the electronic circuits can be built using this panel. And in addition, you also have code blocks that can be built. So in this tutorial, we'll be exclusively discussing about the circuits only. All right. So I'll just say create on my right side, and you get three options here. So I click on circuits. All right, it's loaded. And yeah, it is giving me options, what is new, and all the components are right here. So this is where you can actually look out all your components. So if you say all, it just gives you all options. All right. So there's a lot many you can actually play around, but I would just say going with basics should be fine. And today we'll be having a basic circuit like blink and LED kind. So maybe firstly, I'll just change my project name saying blink and LED. Well, okay. So to talk about the interface a little bit, so this is where you can actually search for your components. Okay. And the particular portion here is the code. If you click on that, if you have an Arduino circuit here, this is where you can code. But right now, since I do not have a microcontroller here, I cannot do it now. All right. And this is where you start the simulation. All right. So all this is what you need to know for now. Well, for any components to work, you really need a power source, right? So I would just say I need a 9-volt battery. Okay, and click enter. So yeah, in the other components, there are actually pre-built circuits, but let's not go with that. Let's build something from the scratch. So I drag in the 9-volt battery. Just take from here and drag it to the canvas area. So what I need to do here is I need to rotate it. So there's an option called rotating here. So just click on that. So it will be automatically rotated. All right. And here, as you see, you have two terminals. One is positive and one is negative. Say that instead of 9-volt battery, you say you want a coin cell battery. So yeah. How about this? So what are these power sources actually? A power source is a device or system that provides the necessary electrical energy to power electronic components, circuits, or systems. So any kind of power source is going to have two terminals, that is positive and negative. So what is a coin cell battery? You must have observed it in the watches or calculators. The very tiny coin sized, which is there inside those devices, are the coin cell batteries. So it just gives you very less voltage, like 3 volt. For now, we do not want this, so we'll just remove it. Okay, you just can click the delete or backspace option to delete that. All right, now our main agenda is to light up an LED, right? So we need an LED. So just type LED in your search bar and click enter. Yeah, here goes your LED. All right, so here also you do have two terminals. So what is an anode and what is a cathode? So many of you must be knowing it, but anode, the longer leg, is called the positive terminal, and that's named as anode. The negative terminal is called the cathode. All right, so this must be connected to the battery in order to light up. So what is an LED? A LED, or light emitting diode, is a small light source that lights up when electricity flows through it. So this particular device, it is an active device which requires external power to operate and perform a function. All right, so what I do is that I can actually take a wire from here. Okay, I can take a wire from my anode and say I click here and go towards the left. Okay, and connect it to the positive part. Okay, and maybe I can just align a little bit this way. All right, you can also change the color of the wire. Just click on the wire, okay, and maybe change the color to red because it is the positive side, and to the negative side I'm just going to click from here. Okay, and I'm clicking here to align this way, going to the top. All right, and aligning it that too. So maybe you can change this as well to black, saying that is negative. So let's see if this works or not. So what you do is that start simulation. Oops. Although it is glowing, what does it say? Current through the LED is 915 milliampere, while absolute maximum is 20 milliampere. Why? Okay, so the thing is that this particular LED just needs a very small amount of electricity to just glow, but we are providing a high amount of voltage, right? So that is making the LED to burst out. So we'll just stop the simulation and we'll check for something called as resistor. Okay, and say resistor. All right, and where do you find that? Yep. So resistor is right here. So what is a resistor? This is an electronic component that limits or controls the flow of electric current in a circuit. All right, so they protect the components in the circuit. So this is a passive device, which means that it doesn't have like a polarity like a battery or LED. So either way, you can connect it over here, here, or the other way around, vice versa. It is fine. Okay, so it is a passive device that do not generate energy, but instead consume or store it. So what is the use of connecting this resistor into the circuit? So it consumes all the extra current in the resistor and supplies only what is required for the LED. All right, and supplies only required amount of energy to the LED. So maybe let's take out this connection. Okay, and I'll put a resistor here. All right, and I'll take out this as well. And I'm just going to rotate a little bit so that our connection looks a little bit neater. Okay, and from my anode, I'm taking a wire and connecting to the resistor. All right, and from my, okay, I have not changed the color, so I just change it to red. And from my negative, I go to the negative part. All right, so here I can change the color to black. Let's see what happens now. So start simulation. Well, that's good. So now it's not bursting out, right? So in while working with the physical components, you cannot try this way. That would actually burst out your LED in real time. But this is how you actually, test out things before you design a physical kind of circuit. Okay, so this is one way which you can actually play with Tinkercad. All right, now we can stop the simulation and say instead of red, you want another color. Say you want green. Okay, you have options there where you can change all these. and start simulation. So you have your green LED up glowing there. All right. So this was a basic tutorial about blinking an LED. Stay tuned. We'll see you in next session.